months back, getting a call from my friend saying that her eyes pain only when she has a cup of tea. For which I replied, well, if you can take out the spoon from the cup and have only the tea, then your eyes are not going to pain. And that's the choice you have to make, whether to have a tea with the spoon inside the cup or without the spoon. Life is all about making choices, the decisions we take every single day, whether it's big or small. Our choices impact our life in one way or other and determine how our upcoming years would unfold. Choice is a fundamental part of human experiences. The choices that actually matter are when it comes to your health, when it comes to your healing, when it comes to empowering and positioning yourself. Your choices have a most powerful impact on your biology, on your soul, on your well-being, on the sense of who you are and your entire life map. As I grew up, I had a dream of getting married to a handsome boy who could shower that unconditional love on me, a husband who's caring and sharing. On the day of my marriage, I was on cloud nine, as my dreams were finally coming true. But I didn't know that getting married would throw my life upside down. I soon realized I was in a marriage that was for a namesake. A husband who never cared about me, and mother-in-law who constantly pressurized me for dowry. Many times, I was mentally and physically abused by my husband and mother-in-law for not meeting the demands of dowry. I believed that my marriage would work out on some day, so I kept on taking these abuses with hope and kept on trying. I was asked to stay in a separate room under the same roof for 3 years. I was not allowed to eat, talk, or have any other sort of interactions with my husband. I started feeling very lonely. I developed poor self-esteem. I started losing confidence in my life. One day, my husband said to me something which gave me shock of my life. He asked me to leave the house along with my son, as he has found another woman who is much prettier and wealthier than me. I became mentally paralyzed and was totally numb. I was completely broken. And that night, I cried uncontrollably. The next day morning when I got up, I felt ashamed to look at myself in the mirror. I thought I was not good enough to live and manage my life all alone. I thought I had no choice. Either I live with my husband or die. I choose the latter and plan to end my life. Luckily, one of my friends observed my mental pain, state and suffering, and she suggested me to attend breath and meditation workshop. After attending this workshop and practicing meditation regularly, I slowly started realizing my self-worth and inner potential. I realized my capabilities and started working to stand on my own, being my own person. I knew I had the strength to move on. I picked up myself for the first time after the breakup and shifted to a new place where I absolutely knew no one. I put up my own clinic and started practicing dentistry. As I was staying all alone, at times there was some sense of loneliness. One day, I came across a female patient with a broken front teeth and bruises all over her face. I thought the dental treatment could bring a smile on her face. But after the treatment, I could see no smile on her face, for which I asked her curiously, "What is the reason behind your grim expression?" She reluctantly answered that she was physically assaulted by her family members and she burst out into tears as she narrated me the entire story. I could easily resonate to her pain. And as she left my clinic, I realized she was with a mental pain more than the dental pain. I started pondering what is the best I can do to her to get her out of stress and anxiety. I started calling her up every day just to make her feel that she's not all alone. My daily calls calmed her down, and I tried to help her to come out of stress and anxiety through meditation. After a couple of months, she came back to me with a real smile on her face and thanking me for just being there to share, as she had no one to share her problems. Looking at her real smile, my happiness knew no bounds, and I was overwhelmed with joy and fulfillment. These small, seemingly insignificant things are catalysts for change. We must not always expect big things, but even a simple act of yours can mean a world to someone else. It can change someone's life to the better. This was an enlightening experience for me. I discovered my greatest joy came from being in service to others, so I became a meditation teacher to help people live a happy and a stress-free life. I was on an outlook for people who needed help. So I reached out to the HIV orphanage. I reached out to the HIV orphanages, where I saw children having to bear with a lot of pain and feeling that they have been betrayed by their loved ones. A thought dawned in my mind that the best thing I can give to these children is my time. Time is a precious gift because once it's gone, it's lost forever. Service is the best use of time. So I made a point of visiting these children every week. I celebrated my son's birthday in this orphanage to ensure that children are not alone and make them feel like they're my extended family. At the same time, as a mother, I was planting the seed of compassion in my son. The biggest form of service is to uplift someone's state of mind. So I reached out to the cancer patients who were feeling with a deep sense of loss, and they had a lot of stress and anxiety. The best thing was to lend an ear to someone who could listen to their pain. Listening is an attitude of heart, a genuine desire to be with another, which attracts both positivity and heals. Sometimes it's just our presence that brings warmth to others more than our words. When Mother Teresa left her convent, she had no idea what would happen next. She was just one person trying to help the needy ones. And decades later, she was awarded Nobel Peace Prize. We all don't need to be a Nobel Peace Prize winners to feel as if what we do make a difference. Every chance we encounter, every interaction, every effect we make has a capacity for the greater good and enhancement of our own lives. I reached out to the prisoners to conduct the stress relief programs. Behind every culprit, there's a victim crying for the help. So as I was thinking to bring more and more smiles on many people's faces, life started unfolding in a beautiful way. I got an invite from the police department to conduct stress relief programs. So by integrating service with my profession, I could see that kind of self-expansion in me, which helped me to grow as a better person. This simple kind of actness of yours, by helping people who are in need of you, gives a lasting impact in your life. When you interact with the world by doing service, you are actually creating those connections that has a capacity to build the community and your world stronger. When you make service part of your life, society becomes harmonious with more human values. Before an airplane can take off, The flight attendants always deliver an advice on what to do in an emergency situation. They say that if the oxygen mask drops down due to the low level of oxygen at higher altitude, passengers should always attach their own mask before trying to help others. Similarly, in life, the first thing we need to do is to fix the relationship with ourselves. And once that is fixed, we not only transform ourselves, but also we help others to transform who are around us. My loneliness in the beginning was just like blessing in disguise. It helped me to see something beyond. It helped me to broaden my perspective and look at the bigger challenges in the world. It helped me to create the space for things which actually mattered me the most. Today, what I understand is every single time I was facing challenges in my life, it was all about the choices which I made. These choices had a huge impact in my life which went beyond my expectations. It was beyond my imagination that one day I'll be helping so many children at juvenile homes, HIV orphanages, schools, colleges, and even adults to live a stress-free and a happy life. Breakups need not break us because you know you're stronger than what you are. No matter how much ever you're broken, you can still mend your heart and love again by sharing what you have. Love yourself and spread that love. Use your talents and ideas in service to others because the world is depending on it. The experiences which I'm sharing now is how I grew as a person who was once someone who was feeling very lonely and suffering with a lot of mental pain to someone who is a medium of joy to others. Because I understood this one concept that healing is not about forgetting the traumatic things in the past. It is knowing that what has happened to us and saying that this is not going to defeat me. I have to choose either to live in woe or somehow turn this into soul of wisdom. Wisdom or woe. When you broaden your perspective, a sense of responsibility with wisdom dawns in you. Everybody has this wisdom which needs to be passed on. But it's again the choice that we all need to make. I choose not to pass on my suffering, but my wisdom. To grow tall, what is that you choose to pass on? Thank you.